Well, it's not Thursday.
It is definitely not Thursday.
We didn't make Thursday.
No. It's not 2 Thursdays.
I was going to cut right there because that was going to be our snippet at the beginning.
Oh, okay. Live podcast, season 1, episode. No, hold on.
It's season 1.5.
1.5. That's what I was getting hung up. My mental hang up. Season 1.5.
Episode 2.
Episode 2. Right, right.
We'll do one more from the other space when we get it finished.
Oh, the other studio, not in here.
Yeah.
Right.
The other, we're in our teeny space. But who are you, real quick?
Yeah, I'm General Manager, Benjamin Hedgepeth. I work for her.
Yeah, and I'm Elizabeth Hedgepeth. I'm the owner of Beta Haus Studio. And welcome to our audio studio.
It's our first recording in here.
I know. I'm feeling really good to finally be in this space.
Yeah, we're missing a couple pieces still. But...
Yeah, we'll get to that later, the hiccups of moving and everything. But I can say we are well past like the middle point to that. Mm-hmm. And that we are coming out the other side for moving and that kind of thing. So we're now sitting in the space. Mm-hmm. This is the first official recording out of here. Right. And very, very, very fittingly, the first client recording in here
tomorrow
was also our first client at the other space. So I'm excited that kind of worked out. That wasn't planned, but that's just the way it worked out. So Lauren Allen, shout out to you with
Corporate School
Dropouts. I was about to say right-hand business coach. I was like, wait a minute, that's not the podcast. That's the business.
But she's still the right-hand business coach.
She is, but Corporate School Dropout is the podcast recording season 3 right now, which is super exciting. Yeah. She is like a season and a half ahead of us.
And even though we're calling this season 1.5, we've already got several episodes in the bag for season 2.
Yeah, season 2. We're working on some that are a lot deeper dives than what we've done before. And so doing a lot of research and that kind of thing, which I'm excited about. But that is not the point of this one.
No, it's not.
So we're going to leave that there. So yeah, this is the audio space. We didn't design it for doing a camera. So this is actually kind of a test to see how well a camera takes in here.
Yeah, it's looking okay. We intentionally have some dim lighting going in here today, maybe a little more warm.
The mood light versus the, although this space does have a fluorescent light with a dimmer on it, which is LED light, but it's got kind of that fluorescent-y color. It's the cooler white, which is a nice little addition to have a little more control there. We were playing around with how the lighting would look, and we decided we liked the warm, inviting lower light better. Soften it up a bit.
And if you're just listening to this, just imagine.
Yes, we have this nice, warm, soft light going as we're sitting around a bamboo table with our microphones right here.
Now
somewhat looking at each other.
Now fixed to the table.
They are now drilled into the table.
The way they're supposed to be.
Oh my goodness. It was such a happy day when that happened.
It was an easy job too, amongst all the other stuff. Do we want to walk them through the process?
Yeah, we'll start going through that because there was quite a few hiccups along the way. So we're going to go ahead and jump into adventures. Now, real quick, I want to say that the video room is almost done.
Right.
So there's a video room as well. This is the audio room that we're in right now. And normally we'll be recording in the video room. Right. So just wanted to.
But no spoilers yet. It's not time.
No spoilers, but that's the plan on things. So we had a couple of adventures. Several really long days. If you follow us individually on social media, we posted individually a little bit.
Some details.
Not a lot.
Monday, Tuesday last week I walked 20 miles.
Yeah, I did too.
Just back and forth, up and down elevators.
Just as trying to figure out things and walking around and seeing what was here, how it was going, how things were going to lay out. So getting out from the other space was actually crazy easy.
Yeah,
that went really well.
We wound up getting the loading spot in front of the main doors more often than not. That was nice. I enjoyed that.
The office was packed up within a day.
Right.
Which was actually very impressive. We did not expect that. I didn't expect it. And that was part of that actually caused the last episode to be delayed for when I did it because I was not in the mindset to work at all over Labor Day weekend. And so editing got behind with that when originally, because I'd be working, I'm like more inclined to work more, when I get home and that kind of thing. So that got delayed.
And our 1 week break from editing and doing all that kind of work turned into a 2 week delay just because of all these other
everything.
issues.
We thought that for sure we would be within 2 or 3 days. That would be all it would take to get it all set up. Not what happened. Nope. We had the fortunate thing happen in that we ended up bumping our spaces down one.
Right.
which means that now all of our spaces on this side line up with the video space. So like the middle of the video space is on the other side of the wall behind us.
Right.
Which is nice.
It's not a perfect lineup, but the space that this was supposed to be, there was a giant concrete pillar right here, which looks cool.
Yeah.
I like it. And it adds some dimension to the room.
Mm-hmm.
So acoustically, it's fine.
Yeah, nothing was crazy there, but because we bumped down, we were a slightly different space.
Mm-hmm.
But that meant that we'd already moved things into those spaces.
Right.
And so that meant they had to be bumped down one more.
Right.
So now that's all taken care of. So we moved twice there. We've got a great system in the other space.
Yeah.
That was for backdrop hanging.
Mm-hmm.
And
a nice U-shaped track.
Yeah. It was originally going to go all the way around the room, but that was not working out well.
No.
And we found out that it is on steel studs, which we probably could have gone back and looked at pictures and remembered that.
Right.
Because we do have pictures of the space being built. Had we thought, oh, maybe I should look that up and see what's behind the drywall. But
which just meant more trips to hardware stores.
Yes, several trips to hardware stores.
6 trips to hardware stores.
Yeah.
All said and done.
And so we ended up hanging the curtain, and we've also got curtains in that one. We got curtains in this one. These were easy. This was like a standard rod.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy there. The system in the other room is a lot more involved.
Yeah, and we had to hook it through the actual framework of the wall.
Yeah.
Every time, and it works great. It's not going anywhere.
No, it's secure. It looks good. It kind of disappears when you're not using it, which was definitely one of the things we wanted with the walls in there. But yeah, we got to know the people at Ace really well. Yeah. And
shout out to the people at Lowe's too, because they were kind, because we left some stuff at the
counter. Yeah,
counter, and they didn't even question us.
Yeah, one extension cord. Yep. The 6-foot one, not the 3-foot.
We've all left stuff at USCAM before. That happens.
So we're in new construction.
Mm-hmm.
And new construction also has its little bits and hang-ups.
Right. Like trying to get in and out of doors.
Yeah. Where
air conditioning not working.
Yeah. The locks, right now, the lock system is still a little buggy. Mm-hmm. And so they're getting that figured out. Like sometimes our key fobs work, sometimes they don't.
Yep.
And then air conditioning technically is not running in the room we're in right now. Mm-hmm. The office, our office, and then the video room. We're still working on getting the air conditioning working. Now, fortunately, the heat wave broke.
Right.
Because last week when we were moving in, it was so hot, and the air conditioning wasn't working.
It worked in the hallways in the other room, so if you needed to cool off, you could.
You
couldn't
could
be
go
cool
to
where you were
cooler
working.
spaces, and leaving the doors open to try to suck in as much as we could and everything. But the storage room, which is behind me where I'm sitting, that wall, the air is working in there.
It's nice and cool.
So it feels great. So also another spot you can go sit if you need to. Kick Jay out of there.
So we shifted all the offices down one. Gave us the benefit of having full control of the video room back wall.
Yeah.
Which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and this room is completely surrounded. Like we have all of the spaces around it. In the previous space, we had trouble sometimes with wall neighbors. And so we're very fortunate now that we have minimized wall neighbors.
Yeah. For the rooms that it's going to matter in, we're in pretty good shape.
And the wall neighbors for the video room, the ones that we know of right now, one space is empty.
Are super quiet.
Are very quiet. Yeah. So we will actually be way louder probably than them.
But they're super nice. So.
Yeah, they are. It's been good. Yeah. They had a door that wouldn't even close.
Right.
With the construction. It's been
all just
funny.
New construction stuff.
Just
if you've ever dealt with new construction before, there's always hiccups, there's always delays.
Yes. But it's fun seeing the finishing bits as we're here too, because we're getting to see a lot of things that went from rough when we moved in to are now kind of finished. And you're like, oh, they finished that. And you have these little surprises every day.
The railing on in the stairwell down in the lobby was literally being held on by duct tape and painter's tape.
Yeah. And today
it's all welded and
it's painted.
Nice. Yeah, it looks awesome.
I noticed that today that it's actually finished there. So just little things like plugs.
Sorry, real quick. If you're listening in, we're at the Spaces building in Makers Quarter in the East Village of downtown San Diego. So that's a bunch of components to come together. But basically, where the 94 comes into downtown.
Yeah,
so
and
easy access.
So up on the 4th floor, which is wonderful.
Yeah.
Fun views. We have so much more light here.
The building was built for daylight and air to pass through. So it's.
And I will probably be sneaking over to work over in the video studio. It gets more natural light.
Or out on the balcony.
Yeah. So just because I
can go work on the balcony.
So a little more usable space here for that, which is nice.
A lot more space for meeting with clients and doing consultation work. And
the lobby is very welcoming. there's other communal workspaces that you can go and gather at, which is, So different feel, which is good. So some takeaways that I have gotten from this experience.
Number one.
It always takes longer than I plan. I am so HGTV minded.
Right.
Okay. It should take 30 minutes. It should take 30 minutes and we're done. And if it doesn't take that long, I have screwed up. No, not necessarily 30 minutes, but that mindset that these types of jobs don't take as long as they actually do because I can't edit out the boring parts.
Right.
And so what I thought would be a 2-day process is still ongoing right now. Now, some of it's out of our control, like acoustic panels that were supposed to be shipped on the 6th still have not been shipped.
In theory, today, the last thing that they were doing at the production facility was boxing and shipping all but 2 of our panels.
Okay.
So they're supposed to go out today.
Well.
But we'll see.
And so that's been... that's out of my hands. I can't get those up. But knowing that pretty much everything else is done.
Yeah.
Include like down to ironing and steaming curtains. I mean, that is all those little bits and pieces, and then even the cleanup parts after it.
Right.
But I really expected that. Oh, it'll take us like 2-3 days, maybe 4. Like we'll be done by Friday. Totally done. We'll take this funny little podcast episode because that's why I said the Thursday in between we would get in there and record. That we would be at a point we could.
Right.
I can tell you, last Thursday. We were not at a point we could.
Right. My thought was maybe we'll pull out the Zoom H6 and we'll sit down somewhere real quick and we'll just make it happen, but we didn't even do that. We were too busy.
Yeah, and it was, there wasn't a clear table to set it on. It was stuff like that. Like that's where we were in that whole process.
Honestly, it's Tuesday? No, it's Wednesday today.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
Monday was the first day I was able to actually sit down and re-engage with like email and stuff again.
Today was my first day back on email for the most part, and it's been hard because it was so encompassing. And I learned a lot about how we work in this. And there was a lot of things that I already knew. Right. We've worked together long enough that I am one of those that once I get here, I don't want to leave. Right. I just want to keep working. Keep working till I'm so exhausted.
So I ran and got lunch.
But you would rather come in crazy early.
Yeah.
And then leave like at 5 is more your flow on things. Flow. Yeah. And so that's just the difference between us. So I had to deal with my own frustrations in that we weren't done and I was leaving jobs undone and I wanted to stay and keep working. And that's just my rhythm versus your rhythm. Yeah. And you can get up at 7 a.m. Well, you can be working at 7 a.m. That's what I'm meaning.
Up at 5.
Yeah.
And working at 7.
Yeah. And that is very difficult for me. But we did come in one morning at 7.
Right.
Last week, just because we were so behind. It felt like that I was just getting super frustrated. That whole feeling you're running in jello and getting nowhere.
Right.
It's like I'm putting so much effort out and getting nothing back. I need to feel like I'm making some sort of headway. And so we put in a crazy long day. Like it wasn't it wasn't a huge step count day or anything like that. It was just, that was our 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. work day.
Right.
And,
that was last Thursday.
Yeah. And it was not like we didn't take breaks in that. That was, the only break was to pick Grace up from school because they do like it when you get your kid from school.
Spontaneous sleepovers are not what they're out for.
Yeah, they don't like those a whole lot. But we did get quite a bit done that day. And then Friday came into kind of a new feeling in the space, like things were starting to come together. And that track, most of it was getting that track hung and the curtains hung.
It's supposed to be a simple system.
And it was not.
No.
And then, what day did we drill holes?
In the tables?
Yeah.
Yesterday.
It was yesterday? Okay. Oh, yesterday morning you did these.
So then it was
Monday you did the white table.
The main room table.
Okay.
Right.
I was trying to remember if it was last week or this week that we did that, getting those done. And that was a huge, win.
Yeah.
Because that project, it did it easily.
There were no mistakes.
The measuring went really simple, going through. We didn't have any weird craziness happen.
No.
When you're drilling the other one, I was like, okay, even if it messes up, it's okay because the tabletop's only an $89 tabletop. I can replace that tabletop, if everything goes wrong.
Yeah, it's just veneer and MDF. It's not a big deal. And this one's even less.
Yeah, he figured out this table was easier to drill than the other one.
Yeah. It's IKEA. It's essentially a hollow table.
But that it came together. It was just boom. And it was like, whoa, the math was right. I've done so much math on all of this. Yeah. The math was right, and it was like, it looks right. It looks good. And you sent me pictures because you came up here real quick after Grace was done.
These nice chromed out inserts in the table.
Because we were trying to do all the drilling outside of normal business hours just so we don't want
to mess with people and be loud. Yeah,
because it is a weird noise. So getting those done.
We did all of our drilling work, whether it was in the walls or hammering, whatever we could do, not during normal business hours. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, I tried to do a little bit of a vlog through this. Mm-hmm. That footage just had nothing happen with it. I am so bad. And that was why when I did the vlog, that's what I've learned. I stink at vlogging. Mm-hmm. I would love to be great at it.
Yeah.
I think what we're doing is interesting and people would like to see what we were doing. But I am bad about remembering in the moment to turn on the camera.
Who takes pictures in our family?
You are the picture taker.
Right.
I am so present in moments that I'm bad at it. Mm-hmm. And so I have some footage. Mm-hmm. I'm going to see if I can save it to create one compilation video somehow on everything. And then maybe that'll go out. I haven't decided what I'm going to do about it, but I haven't been vlogging like I'm supposed to here. I've had the number of days here or hours in each day.
Yeah.
But it's just been so go so much. This was like the first day that I actually did my hair.
Yeah.
Since we've been in here, it's been like in the I'm getting ready to work.
This is my second day actually dressing for work.
Yeah. Well, I dressed yesterday.
We did yesterday, we had to get dressed up.
Yeah, and we weren't even in here for a full 3 hours yesterday because of everything.
We'll have to get into what that is.
We can't say what we did yesterday afternoon. It's classified.
It was research.
Where was I going? But yeah, I was put together yesterday, but today was like the first day in the office, like ready to record, ready to be going. I mean, I haven't had a need to do that. And I'm excited to be back in that space. Mm-hmm. Today has felt somewhat normal.
Yeah. I did some graphic design work. I did some podcast editing.
I have a little bit. I have a couple of other things that are on my to-do list that are in the urgent category.
Right.
But nothing that's like super weighty now, which is good. Like a couple of reach outs and that type of thing. And we've got client scheduling right now, so I'm getting that. And I have to come up with a whole new system for scheduling with multiple studios. It's like it's a little different than what we've been doing.
But it's good.
Okay. So right now our official setup is literally a right-on wall calendar. And
it's good because you can see everything.
Yeah, at a glance. I can look real quick. And it's worked so far. But then I realized today as I was doing it, I was like, oh, I just wrote down who's recording.
Right.
What studio are they in? So I had to put a little A in parentheses for audio.
A for audio.
And then I'm realizing, wait a minute, if we have 2 clients recording at the same time in the morning and then 2 in the evening, I don't have enough room in that little box to write them down.
We'll make do.
But so figuring that out is just, it's the little questions and figuring these little bumps out and how that's going to work. And hopefully we use Square for our things in
our
that
checkout system.
Hopefully they're supposed to be changing their scheduler in a way that will work for us.
Right.
I called them and asked for certain things. I was trying to make it do something. I was like, is there a way to make it do it? Can I cheat it? Do you know the easy cheat for it? Whatever. And they listened to what I was talking about and they're like, oh, we're getting ready to launch that. But they didn't have a date.
Right.
And so I need to go see
if Square, what's up?
Yeah, in the past week, if that has changed. Because basically what I need to be able to do is create an itemized invoice that connects to the scheduler.
Yeah.
And the way it does not work that way right now. So that is where it is.
Yeah.
But so that's our exciting stuff. What have you learned in moving?
There it is. All right. So for me, number one, I'm just glad to get to support you in doing this. You've supported me for so long, and I know I've said that a billion times on here, but I still mean it. It's so good to finally be in this space that I'm dealing with my own internal frustrations for not having been in here sooner when I wanted to be in here. That's more what I struggle with.
Okay.
With things. It's like, yeah, I know projects always take longer than they're going to take. My expectation and your expectations on projects getting done, very different. Very different. But for me, it's like, from a business perspective and everything else, I had a hard time getting super excited about inviting people, minus the outside view being really cool.
Yeah, it was super
coming
cool.
over to the other space because I knew it was temporary.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like when we moved out here, living in La Mesa. I couldn't really get tied into La Mesa because I knew we weren't going to live in La Mesa. Mm-hmm. And now that we're here, I can be like, dude, you've got to come out. Come check out the space. Come see it and be legit excited about it. And I'm glad for that.
Yeah.
When people say, hey, can we come, what are you guys doing? I don't have to act reticent about anything. I'm like, no, you need to come in. Mm-hmm. And I'm super excited about that shift internally for me, because I know now with confidence, we got plenty of room to shoot your video.
Yeah.
We got a dedicated space to do your audio, and I feel good about it. So that's a big deal for me more than anything. I'm glad my desk is set up, and I wish there were more grab-and-go restaurants.
Yeah,
here.
they're coming.
But the neighborhood is developing, and that's okay.
We do have a Smart and Final that we can walk to very easily for a grocery
and
store.
Shout out to Lola 55.
Yeah.
Just down a couple blocks. That Caesar salad today was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a meat-free month, too, on top of everything else.
Because why not make it more difficult?
Yeah. But
Throw
I'm
another
enjoying
challenge.
it.
I know. I'm just having fun with it.
I don't miss meat. It's not a big deal to me. So
I'm just teasing with you right now.
Yeah. So those are pretty much my two things. Is I'm excited to finally be here, and whatever the other thing was I said. So and that the setup is what it's supposed to be.
Has it been that long of a week that your short-term memory is going?
See, we're late enough in the afternoon at this point that I'm starting to kind of phase out.
Oh, okay. So
I've passed my peak productivity
and
for the day.
I'm like revving up.
You're walking into it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, let's go. So. I've gotten past my boring tasks. I'm ready to do the fun
ones.
We're
working on getting a Facebook group together.
Oh, yeah.
That I'm not going to share any details on right now, but it's something different. Well, I say Facebook group. It's a meetup group.
And we'll talk a lot more about that at another time, because there's so much that went into just getting to the point of creating that. That's kind of a funny.
Yeah, trying to define who we are, but we will talk about that later.
Yeah,
but
that's another story.
And then my other idea for the camp thing, we'll get into that later too. But knowing now what we can do here and what's yet to come, I'm super excited, and I'm just ready to get that ball rolling.
Yeah.
It's going to mean a lot of contacting people. But I'm down. I'm ready to go.
My job's just to try to keep it all together.
That's right.
And make sure the invoices go out.
Well, and the cool thing is, with what we do, I don't feel salesy about it.
No.
I don't feel pushy. I don't feel salesy.
If you need us, you need us.
And if you don't, you don't. It's
That's
okay. It's totally fine. Mm-hmm. Yep. So
but trust me, if you think you might, you probably do.
Yep. That's very true.
And, we have people who, when they hear us, get excited.
Yeah.
And we have people who are on our side and are wanting us to succeed, which is really cool to have, our champions on our side.
Yep.
And we've gotten to meet new ones already in moving. So,
but as we talk more about storytelling throughout and developing your story as a business and that sort of thing throughout the rest of this year, we'll dig more into that. But for now, I think we're about done.
I think we are. We're here. We're closer to finish than starting.
Mm-hmm. It's just detail
way
work.
Closer to the finish. But when we get the other studio done, that's when you'll get episode 3. So I can't put a date on it.
No.
That really stinks. I want to put a date on it.
Well, I would say we may have another episode or 2 in here that we can knock out before we even go in there. I don't think we have to wait.
I don't know.
I do. I think we'll be good to go.
I don't know. You'll have to wait and see
who wins.
Or we can do
something super casual out on the balcony.
I don't know. We'll see who wins this one. You will know. Because it'll be the next video.
When I win, yeah.
When you win?
Yeah. See, you just said it. All right, thanks for watching.
That was listening. A question mark.
No one.
Okay, remember in the lawyer thing on The Simpsons?
Ramble free guarantee.
Yeah. Oh.
Ramble free guarantee.
Okay, Legal Eagle. He looks at this. I'm going to talk about a YouTube video.
Nope. Yep. It has nothing to do with the episode. You're just rambling now. We'll have to leave a note in the description or something about this.
Yeah, it'll be down there. Read the description. It's worth it.
I'm the one who writes the description. So, all right, see you later.
Make sure. Oh, you didn't even do an outro.
Go for it.
So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe, as well as click that bell notification so that you will know when I win the conversation with this one for when and where the next episode is. So you will be the first to get that notification, as well as know that on YouTube, we're getting ready to have a lot more content coming. So
a whole lot more.
You want to be watching for that.
If you're not subscribed yet to the channel, make sure you subscribe.
Yeah, this is the time to do it. There's so much coming.
Ring that bell.
And then You can also follow us on Instagram. I would say Instagram is the best place to follow us. You can also see us on
Twitter.
Twitter.
Dedicated types of content. Different types
for different
of
ones.
Yeah.
But Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Beta House Studio.
LinkedIn.
HAUS. It's the best spot to find us. Yep. So anyway, that is it for today. We will see you in the next one.